Hey everyone, just wanted to make a quick video on this sungoldpower inverter and battery pack. This is the 10 kilowatt version, and this installation is actually in Nigeria. I bought the inverter stateside and shipped it down. Just got it installed and everything looks to be operating effectively. 240 volts single phase input, and we have 18 solar panels mounted outside. Everything so far looks to be working just fine. Excuse the mess, but this will be cleaned up very shortly. Everything will be placed in conduits, just making sure everything works, and so far so good. With the amount of sunlight in Africa, we're getting a lot of these batteries are charged before noon actually. And of course, given the instability of power here, the power just went away. As you can see, 0 volts, but there was not a beat missed. Everything stays operational. Batteries are fully charged. PV's providing power to the load. I'll show you around the house and see what kind of loads we're powering. So there's a lot of split AC units, probably more than 15 in this house. So this is where we bringing down the wires. Again, everything's going to be placed in conduits. This is just a trial. The panels are on top of the roof. I'll try and get a picture of that. But here, these panels that you see here are the old panels. These are all 100-watt panels that I installed about 2-3 years ago for the first trial of solar using locally purchased solar panels and inverters. But I was not getting the quality I wanted out of that, along with the monitoring capabilities. And now with the sungoldpower, I do have a solar assistant plugged in and using the SolarMan app that comes with the inverter. But you can see these are 9 500-watt solar panels that are mounted facing the east where the sun comes from. And then throughout the day, as you can see, the sun tracks along this route, which now gets hit by the solar panels that are along there. And I'll walk out the building to get a view of those. But this is a brief overview of the system. It was literally just installed 30 minutes before the New Year's, and again, this is the first full day of operation, and so far everything looks good. So this is an outside view of the house. As you can see, we have 5 panels here and then another 4 panels here. These panels were also locally sourced in Africa, but I don't think I'm going to do that anymore. I'm just going to buy some panels and ship them down. They're all rated at 500 watts, but I don't seem to be getting more than a kilowatt of production on each leg. I mean, by the end of the day, I'm producing a lot of power, but I would think at once I should be getting at least 3,000, 4,000 watts for each string of solar that's up there, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So let me walk back inside and show more about what's going on here. So this is the old inverter setup. What is it? A Yohako inverter. These are the specs on that. With these water filled, I don't know what it's called, acid filled batteries. Was not an ideal setup. It was not lasting any more than like 10 minutes once the sun goes down, if you had any high loads. But this is what I had before, and it was not working out. Unfortunately, I'm out of breath. There's a lot of stairs to get up here, but let me show you outside. This is the balcony that we initially installed the 100-watt panels, which are also coming out to make room for new panels that will go fill up this side of the roof. And then the 500 watters are right here. They are very dusty given the climate here. I'm going to work on seeing how to utilize that water tap over there to make some type of system that will kind of like sprinkle down these inverters and hopefully kind of, keep them clean during the peak of the afternoon. I've seen that cleaning these panels and even just applying water to cool them down can produce more output. So I'll look and see how to fabricate that. Thankfully, with this being Africa, labor is so cheap, and it's cheap but rewarding, and we're able to get a lot accomplished with fairly low resources as far as financially speaking. You're able to do a lot very easily. But initially, this solar was my security cameras. Let me turn on the lights. It was my security cameras, but then it hit me that, we could actually power the whole house with solar. So, which is what led to the SunGold purchase. Installing Wi-Fi in our house. But this is the camera system. The fan blowing on it at all times. It's been going for at least 2 years now. And obviously I have a lot of cameras offline. I'm going to be working on that. But yeah, it went from just keeping this on with the battery and solar to now powering the whole house with solar in an off-grid fashion. Even though there is no feedback, but with power being so unreliable out here, if you don't have solar, you don't want to have electricity, because you might get power for like 5 hours a day and you're just, out of luck the rest of the time. So the solar has definitely been a great addition to the house, and hopefully look to expand more on this system. As you can see, cement, so much fireproof in case something happens with the whole wiring mess that is Africa. No standards at all. So got to do our best to protect ourselves. I eventually plan to have this whole wall covered in batteries. I think they said these support up to 32. So, this is just the starting point. Got the solar assistant right here, the Wi-Fi dongle. So yeah, this is a brief overview of the system. I hope to fully expand more on this every back here about 2 weeks in a year. So this was my task for coming back, was to get this installed and at least have reliable power 24 hours. I can remote in remotely and take a look at the system, and as long as monitor the network switches upstairs. So it's all in all a great product. I hope to see what I get out of this, and hopefully look to expand into another, because with all the potential sources of load in here, we're talking 15 split units of air conditioners. Once everybody comes back in December, almost every room is going to have an AC on, so it would be great to have the inverter that can support that. And the room I'm staying in right now, well, once I just go turn on the AC, it comes right on. Obviously I didn't have any lights on, but there's been no flickering of any lights at all. everything has just been pretty solid. I haven't stressed it out to see how many air conditioners I can put on, but I'm definitely in the process of doing that. So yeah, thanks for watching.